Every time you train, your muscles go through a process called catabolism, where muscle fibers are broken down under physical stress. That's not a bad thing by itself. In fact, that breakdown is what creates the opportunity for growth. But here's the catch. If your body doesn't have the right tools to rebuild stronger than before, all that effort leads nowhere. You lift heavy, you grind through reps, but the progress feels slow. You hit plateaus, you recover slower. You feel weaker than you should. That's not a lack of motivation. That's not bad programming. That's muscle breakdown outpacing muscle repair. When muscle tissue breaks down and there's not enough support to repair it, your body starts eating away at the very gains you've been working so hard to build. It's like pouring water into a bucket full of holes. You keep adding more effort, more sweat, more time, but the results leak out before they can add up. You're putting in the work, but you're being robbed by the hidden thief inside your own body, unchecked muscle breakdown. It's important to understand that this process is happening whether you feel it or not. Even when you're sleeping, your body is either in a state of rebuilding or losing ground. It's a silent war. And if you're not prepared, your own body can start turning against your progress. That's why you can train 5, 6, even 7 days a week and still feel stuck. Because effort alone isn't enough when your recovery system is falling behind. You've seen it, maybe even lived it, the soreness that lingers, the fatigue that just won't quit, the feeling that your body isn't bouncing back the way it used to. That's not just age. That's not just bad luck. That's your body sending a signal something's missing, something's off. And if you ignore it, you'll keep spinning your wheels no matter how disciplined you are. It's not your drive that's lacking. It's the recovery process that's broken. Too many people focus only on what happens in the gym, but the real magic happens after you walk out of it. Growth happens when the body repairs. And that repair is completely dependent on whether or not you're giving your body what it needs to fight off muscle breakdown. If you don't, it doesn't matter how perfect your training plan is. You'll always be trying to fill a tank that's leaking fuel faster than you can pour it in. Muscle breakdown is sneaky. It doesn't just take size. It takes strength, energy, and momentum. It creates inflammation. It drags out recovery. It saps the drive that brought you into the gym in the first place. It slowly chips away at your confidence and your results. You might even start questioning yourself, your routine, your discipline. But the truth is, it's not you. It's your body reacting to a missing piece. When you're locked in and focused, you deserve to see results. You deserve to build, not break down. And if your body is in a constant state of losing more than it gains, you're always going to feel like you're climbing uphill with a weight on your back. The real enemy isn't out there. It's inside. And if you don't stop muscle breakdown, it will keep stealing everything you've earned. But you have the power to turn that around. You have the ability to stop the loss and flip the switch from breakdown to build up. Once you do that, everything changes. Energy comes back. Strength returns. The soreness fades faster. The results start showing again. Progress stops stalling and starts accelerating. But first, you have to recognize the enemy. You have to understand that muscle breakdown is not just a side effect of training. It's a challenge that must be met head on. So when you think about why you're not growing the way you should, don't just look at your workouts. Look at what happens after. Ask yourself whether your body has what it needs to repair, rebuild, and rise stronger. Because if you're not stopping muscle breakdown, you're not just holding yourself back. You're working twice as hard for half the results. You've come too far for that. There is a nutrient that the body doesn't just benefit from. It depends on it. This one compound is the difference between rebuilding or regressing, recovering or remaining sore, progressing or plateauing. The truth is most people overlook it. They think protein shakes and calories are enough. They believe training harder will cover the gap. But the body is more intelligent than that. It doesn't just need fuel. It needs the right kind of support. This one nutrient plays a critical role in stopping muscle breakdown and flipping the internal switch toward growth and repair. Every process in your body relies on the right chemical environment. That includes muscle repair, inflammation control, hydration, and energy production. This nutrient is directly involved in all of those. It helps shuttle nutrients into muscle cells, regulate recovery, and enhance protein synthesis. Without it, your recovery slows, your performance drops, you feel drained, and worst of all, the gains you're working so hard to build start slipping through your fingers. Not because you're doing anything wrong, but because your body is missing the key building block it needs to thrive. This nutrient doesn't just support muscle, it protects it. It acts like a shield, guarding your hard-earned muscle tissue against the destructive effects of overtraining, stress, and fatigue. It stabilizes the repair process and keeps your body in an anabolic, growth-driven state. That means less time feeling sore and more time building strength, less effort wasted and more results gained. It bridges the gap between where you are now and where you want to be. That makes it more than just important. It makes it essential. When your body has enough of this nutrient, you feel it. Recovery speeds up. Your energy returns quicker after intense sessions. You feel stronger, not just in your muscles, but in your mindset. Workouts become something you dominate, not something you survive. That's what happens when your body is finally getting what it needs. Every rep starts to mean more. Every set becomes more productive. You move from exhaustion to execution. That transformation begins when the nutrient balance in your body is right. What sets this nutrient apart is its versatility. It works before, during, and after your workouts. It primes the muscles for performance, sustains them during stress, and repairs them afterward. It operates behind the scenes, quietly making sure your body has the tools to rebuild and grow. It's not hype. It's biology. It's the missing link between breakdown and breakthrough. And once you plug that gap, your progress stops being unpredictable and starts becoming inevitable. The biggest misconception in fitness is that more effort equals more results. But your body doesn't work like that. It needs specific support. Without this one nutrient, effort alone leads to fatigue. But with it, every ounce of effort is amplified. Every workout becomes more effective. Every recovery period becomes a building phase. This isn't about magic. It's about meeting your body's real needs. And this nutrient is one of the most critical ones it asks for. It's also one of the first to be depleted under stress. That means the harder you train, the faster you burn through it. The more you push, the more you need it. And if it's not replaced, your body will start to break down what it's trying to build. That's why even athletes with perfect diets and routines can hit walls. Because without this key component, the repair process stalls and muscle preservation becomes impossible. It's not about eating more. It's about eating smarter, supplementing smarter, recovering smarter. And that begins with this nutrient. For anyone who's serious about performance, this isn't optional. It's foundational. You wouldn't build a house without a strong frame. You wouldn't drive a car without oil. So why would you train without the one thing your body needs most to recover, repair, and grow? This is the difference maker. The recovery catalyst, the performance enhancer, not because it's trendy, but because it works where it matters most inside your muscle cells, where real change happens. The journey to building muscle isn't just about lifting weights. It's about mastering recovery. And recovery starts with the right nutrient support. This one compound gives your body the tools it needs to turn damage into development, fatigue into fire, and effort into excellence. So if you're ready to stop the cycle of breakdown and stagnation, start by giving your body the one thing it's been missing. Because this nutrient doesn't just support your goals, it activates them. And once it's in place, everything changes. Imagine waking up after a brutal workout, not drained, not sore, but ready to go again. Imagine walking into the gym with power in your stride. Not study illustrates, not pain in your joints. That isn't fantasy. It's the result of giving your body what it needs to recover fully and come back stronger. Illustrates. That power comes from one nutrient that fuels your comeback like nothing else. Illustrates. It doesn't just help. It transforms the way your body responds to training. When it's present, your recovery is faster, your strength returns quicker. Illustrates. And your momentum keeps building. That's how you stop stalling and start soaring. Your body is a machine, but it's not indestructible. Every training session creates micro tears in your muscles. That's how growth starts. But if those tears don't heal properly, they stack up and turn into injury, burnout, or stagnation. The missing link in most routines is this nutrient that supercharges the repair process. What illustrates? It goes directly into muscle tissue, accelerating healing, reducing inflammation, and preparing your body for the next session. Without it, illustrates, you're playing a dangerous game of catch up. With it, you're setting yourself up for continuous compounding strength gains. Training breaks the body down. Recovery builds it up. But the magic is in how well and how fast you recover. This nutrient is like flipping a switch. It tells your body, let's rebuild, let's refuel, let's come back better. And the result, you don't just return to baseline, you surpass it. What this study illustrates, your muscles don't just repair, they grow. Your energy doesn't just restore, it surges. It's the difference between average results and explosive gains. And it's all driven by what you put in your body when the training stops. One of the greatest benefits of this nutrient is how it enhances protein synthesis, the process by which your muscles actually grow. Illustrates, lifting weight signals growth, but this nutrient accelerates the delivery of that growth. It gives your body the resources it needs to lay down new muscle fibers faster. That's how you go from maintaining to gaining, from stuck to unstoppable. You don't need longer workouts. You need smarter recovery. And that starts by making sure this nutrient is in your system when you need it most. Recovery isn't just physical. It's also mental. When your body bounces back quickly, your mind stays sharp. You stay motivated. You feel the progress. Illustrates, and that drives you forward. There's nothing more frustrating than giving your all in the gym and feeling like you're not moving the needle. But when your body recovers properly, every session feels like a step forward. You don't dread your next workout. You look forward to it. Study illustrates, you're not weighed down by soreness, you're fueled by progress. That shift comes when your recovery process is optimized. And this nutrient is key to making that happen. What this nutrient also does is reduce the damaging effects of stress hormones like cortisol. Illustrates, which rise after intense training. Cortisol is necessary in small amounts, but in high levels, it breaks down muscle tissue and slows recovery. Study illustrates, this nutrient helps regulate that response, keeping your body in a more anabolic state, the state where growth and repair happen. This study illustrates not just about building muscle, it's about protecting it. And this nutrient helps you do both at the same time. Illustrates, without adding complexity to your routine. Your performance isn't defined by what you lift today. It's defined by how ready you are to lift tomorrow. That illustrates that readiness is built in recovery. And this nutrient is at the core of that readiness. It ensures your muscles are fed, your cells are hydrated, and your repair systems are firing on all cylinders. It's the edge that lets you train hard and still show up stronger the next day. It's the recovery weapon that too many overlook. But once you feel its effects, you never want to train without it again. Strength is built during rest, not during reps. Power comes from what happens between workouts, not just inside them. And this nutrient is the fuel for that process. When your body gets what it needs, it gives more in return. More strength, more size, more endurance, more fire. The comeback from every session becomes faster, smoother, and more explosive. That's the difference between surviving your workouts and dominating them. So if you're tired of slow recovery, sore muscles, and lost momentum, it's time to fuel your comeback with the one nutrient that makes it all possible. This study illustrates, because recovery isn't a luxury, it's your launch pad. Every rep you perform in the gym is an investment. Every drop of sweat, every set pushed to failure, every ounce of energy spent is a down payment on your transformation. But without the right support, those investments don't pay off the way they should. The truth is, muscle growth isn't just about lifting heavy or training hard. It's about what your body does after the work is done. That's where this one nutrient steps in and makes all the difference. It's the tool your body needs to make every rep count, every set matter, and every session build something lasting. When you train without it, you're leaving gains on the table. But when it's in your system, your body becomes a machine for recovery, repair, and real progress. This nutrient is what allows your muscles to respond positively to stress. Training creates damage, that's the point. But that damage needs to be followed by repair. Without it, your muscles don't grow, they just get worn down. And that's why so many people hit plateaus despite consistent effort. They aren't lacking discipline, they're lacking the internal environment needed to turn that discipline into results. This nutrient changes that. It ensures your body has what it needs to rebuild muscle tissue faster and stronger. It helps transform stress into strength and effort into evolution. The difference is felt not just in muscle size or power, but in how your body handles the demands of consistent training. Without this support, fatigue builds up. Soreness lingers. Performance dips. You don't feel sharp. You don't feel strong. But when this nutrient is present in adequate levels, recovery becomes quicker and more complete. Your muscles stay fuller, your energy stays higher, and your drive stays consistent. It helps you show up every day not just ready, but hungry. And that's where the real gains live, not in occasional workouts, but in sustained, progressive effort backed by intelligent recovery. There's a science to growth, and this nutrient is a crucial part of it. It plays a role in hydration, cellular energy production, protein synthesis, and inflammation control. All of these are key to muscle growth. Training hard without it is like building a house without a foundation. No matter how strong the walls are, they won't hold up without the right base. This nutrient gives your body the base it needs. It sets the stage for everything else to work. It amplifies the value of every gram of protein, every meal, every hour of sleep. It makes your entire routine more effective by helping your body actually use what you give it. What makes this nutrient so powerful is how it supports the recovery process from every angle. It's not just about reducing soreness or boosting energy. It's about optimizing every system that contributes to growth. Your body doesn't just grow by lifting weights. It grows by responding to stress with repair. And that response needs fuel. This nutrient is that fuel. It helps your muscles retain water, stay full, and stay active in the rebuilding phase. It helps reduce muscle wasting, especially under heavy training loads. And it ensures that the muscle you've fought for doesn't start breaking down the moment you stop lifting. When you train with intensity, your body is constantly being pushed into a state where it needs to recover quickly or risk losing progress. This nutrient helps prevent that loss. It acts as a buffer, giving your system the tools to recover faster and come back stronger. That's how you make progress session after session. That's how you build week after week. And that's how you turn months of effort into visible, powerful, measurable results. Without it, your progress slows. With it, your growth accelerates. You already have the will. You already have the work ethic. Now you need the reinforcement. This nutrient is what locks in the gains you fight for in the gym. It turns your discipline into development. It makes sure that nothing is wasted, that every hour you spend training is followed by an even more powerful hour of recovery, that every rep you grind out becomes part of a bigger picture. Because when your body has the support it needs, it stops surviving and starts thriving. You deserve to see results from the effort you put in. You deserve to wake up stronger, not sorer. You deserve to feel the impact of your work. And that happens when your body is supported at the cellular level. This nutrient provides that support. It makes every lift count, every moment matter, and every goal achievable. When it's in place, you stop chasing progress and start owning it. That's the power of working with your body instead of against it. And it all starts with giving your muscles exactly what they need to grow.